Hello everyone. Good morning children. Today we are going to start a revision lecture of chapter 9 and chapter 10. Half revision of the chapter 9 we we done in last lecture. So now we start from the remaining topics. I hope you all remember that because mostly we have at least two times repeat that chapter because one time in detail explanation and one time with the revision. So I hope you all easily learn the all topics of the chapters, and please start the learning for all the subjects because your exam will come in soon. So now we are start. In chapter 9 we have revised human rights. Then in fundamental rights there are six rights we have done: first, second, and third. Okay, and now we start from the first right. So revision of point number 4, right to freedom religion. See students, I'll again say this one is only a revision lecture, so please don't expect कि हम डिटेल में जाएंगे because we have already done with detail explanation. And still, if you want to see a detailed video, then you can search on the link which I given in description. Okay. So are you ready all? Everyone are there? Okay. So right to freedom of religion. Any citizen of India can follow any religion of choice, can promote and propagate the same is mentioned in the provision of Constitution of India. But this right is to be enjoyed within a permissible limit, so that is doesn't affect the freedom of public administration, morality, and health of the society. So students, please underline this right is to be enjoyed within the permissible limit. So does not affect freedom of public administration, morality, and health of the society. And in our country, every citizen has a right to follow any religion of them choice. And the religious gatherings, offerings, prayers are not included in this type of rights. Clear? Okay. Then in second para, state cannot use the funds collect. See, I'll read only important points. State cannot use the fund are collected through the public tax or public fund for the benefit and development of any specific religion and sector. Please underline. And state of India does not have any religion of its own, or India state is not run as per the principle of any religion or sect. So now we done the fourth right to freedom of religion. It is very easy. And the fifth one is the cultural and educational right. So see students, in our country, age of 6 to 14 years, free education provided, and it is compulsory. But still, most of the backward classes parents don't force to their children कि स्कूल जाओ और वो लोग ही वो अपने चाइल्ड को काम पे भेज देते हैं कि गोइंग टू द वर्क एंड अर्न द रुपीज़ on the try to earn income. So that is not perfect, and it is a violation of this right. I mean to say educational right. And the culture right in India, different types of religion, different type of language. So that's why the different types of cultures live in India. So in India, I have a right to preserve the language, script, cultural identity, and also ethnicity. So in education, students which rely on the government Grant cannot deny admission on the grounds of religion, caste, creed, language, or any other reason. Then the sixth one is right to constitutional remedies. That means above five rights which given by our constitutions to us, and so that all rights are not impeded well, then remain no meaning of such freedom or right. So that's why the provision has been made in constitutions for the implementation of these rights, and under it read the Supreme Court can be made for the violation of fundamental rights. That is the right to constitutional remedies. These right role play an important role in protecting the fundamental rights, and for these, if the court find it necessary, then it give orders, instruction, or decree. Then fundamental duties. Nothing too little explanation in this. So you have to read by yourself. And also directive principles of state policy. So it is also easy, but still we just revise many important points. First one, directive principle related to economic policy. So there are modification of economic policy. There are certain principles like equal distribution of wealth. A certain production resource should not be distributed to certain group or section. Then equal pay for equal work for both men and women, because most of the time we can see कि women को कम पे होता है comparatively men, so that is unfair. Then provision for good health for the laborers working at place should be created. Because of the financial constraint, the men and women, the young children working at the unhygienic place or where the health matters are restored should not be allowed to happen. Then principle related to the social policy. A weaker section of society like a scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, backward class, educational and economic rights to be conferred, which should be taken a concern by the state. So there should be protected against the social exploitation and injustice. Then principle related to international and political policies. Panchayati Raj should be established by state, which have proper leadership, officers and financial aid should be provided. Then state should separate its service from corporate mindedness, and it should be on liberty so that judge can be impartial, fearless and courageous in rendering the judgment. And a principle related to educational and culture right. So in our country, compulsory and free educations for children in age group between 6 to 14 years, which is mentioned in constitution, and it is fundamental right to education since 2009. Still most of the children have not accessed this right. See students, here we done the revision of this lecture. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you some missing the points, then you can see the whole lectures with detailed explanation, और उनकी लिंक मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको दे रही हूँ, because this is a short revision for the examination. And now we done the revision of chapter 9 and start the 10 chapters next 5 minutes. Before that, I tell you some important questions from the exercise. See, all the rights and duties are important. So no one option to you कि आप कोई भी right skip करो या ना करो. So you have to learn all the rights and duties. And from the directive principles, so first importance of directive principles, then preventive detention is important. Then minority provision is important, and directive principle for the economic policies. And the second one is the political and international relation. There are two important directive principles: economic wala or political wala. Then the give the regions may consider remedies like the constitutional solve is also important. Then child labor is punishable offense is important. Other portion is also important, which I have ticked to you at the time of detailed explanation. So now you have just 4 to 5 minutes for break, and then I'll start the chapter number 10 revision. Sorry, chapter number 10. You have 4 to 5 minutes. If you don't need the break, then you can forward. But students who have need to break 4 minutes for the revision of chapter 9, they revise the points, and other students forward to the video and see the chapter 10. Just 2 minute break, huh? And break not for the rest, for the revision. Okay? Please revise the chapter 9 points. Okay. Let's come to the chapter number 10, organs of government. So start the revision of this chapter. So directly come to the principle of division of power. Legislature. There are two types: unicameral and bicameral. What is unicameral? So when a legislature is consisting of only one house, that is called unicameral. And the legislature is a consisting of two houses, then it is called bicameral. Then there are upper house of legislature is called Rajya Sabha, and lower house of legislature is called Lok Sabha. So state like Bihar, UP, Maharashtra also have a legislative council too. Okay, first Lok Sabha. So total 545 members of Lok Sabha. Then two members are selected by the president from Anglo-Indian community. And term period of this house is of 5 years. And if it is not dissolved before the completion of term, Lok Sabha is not a permanent house. Then require qualifications for membership of Lok Sabha. So here we see you कौन सी qualification चाहिए if you want to member of Lok Sabha. So you should be at 25 years of age or more. Then he or she should not be having unsound mind or insolvent. Then not be an employee of central or state government. Must not be proven a criminal. And there should be a period of 6 months between two sitting of parliament. Then Gujarat is a representative of 26 member in Lok Sabha and a term of the Lok Sabha of for 5 years, but the president can dissolve it before that if needed. And if any emergency, the term of Lok Sabha can be extended for the one more year. Then what is quorum? It is the minimum numbers of member present in House of the Parliament. Require minimum numbers of member present in House of Parliament that is called quorum. So for the Lok Sabha, quorum is a one tenth of, so that is a total 55 should be present because total members of Lok Sabha is 545. So one tenth of 545, that is a 54.5, that is 55 members. And for the Rajya Sabha also one tenth of the 250, that is 25. Is it clear? Okay. Now the Rajya Sabha. So there are total 250 members in Rajya Sabha. 230 members of Rajya Sabha are elected, and the rest 12 members are nominated by the President of India. And these nominated members should have a special knowledge or practice like with respect to literature, science, arts, culture, sports, and social service. Then qualification for the membership Rajya Sabha. But before that, I want to tell you some important points. Just only one point. See, students, one person cannot be a member of both the house at the same time. So, qualifications for membership, he should be a 30 years of age or more, and same must not be unsound mind, insolvent, criminal, not be a government employee, or Gujarat state has a representation of 11 seat in Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. It cannot be dissolved, but the one third of its member retire every 2 years. So tenure of members of the Rajya Sabha is of 6 years. Clear? Okay. See, bill become an act is a very long procedure. So you just read by yourself. Now come to the point legislature at the state level. So legislative assembly and legislative council. So students, I before this starting this topic, I'll give you 2 minutes if you want to the procedure of will become an act. This is important, but it's very big topic. So you have to just revise by yourself, and if you want to explanation, then you see the detailed videos. You can search at your YouTube Vishruti Gohel channel name or English medium or standard 9th English medium chapter number 9 lecture number 1 2 this what whichever you want, or search by my channel Vishruti Gohel if you want detailed explanation then only. And I suggest you and also preferable कि please see the detailed lectures, not a revision lecture, because revision lectures only for the students who already seen the detailed video lectures. Okay, so read the when can a bill become an act, then I'll start the next topic. So just go through and not in detail. Okay, see, there are three options with president. He signed the bill by approving, or he kept the bill with him, or he sent a bill back to the parliament for reconsideration. Okay, now come to the new point. Legislature at the state level, legislative assembly and legislative council. So each state has a legislature and it is called legislative assembly. That is a lower house. And other house of the legislature is called the legislative council. Bihar, Karnataka, UP, Tamil Nadu, etc. state have two houses. Legislative Council, that is upper house, and Legislative Assembly, that is lower house. See, lower house and upper house in our parliament, we all know. So for the lower house, we use the word Legislative Assembly, and for the upper house, that is Rajya Sabha, we use the word for that Legislative Council. Gujarat does not have Legislative Council. So there are 60 members in a legislative assembly and a maximum number is a 500. But number of members in Gujarat legislative assembly in presently, that is 182. See, minimum number of legislative assembly is 60, maximum is 500, and in our Gujarat total 182. Then qualification of membership of state legislative. So, a person who is a citizen of India, age 25 years or more, unsound mind, not unsound mind, insolvent or criminal, can contest the election of legislative assembly. Then time period is of 5 years. And if in legislative council, then it should be a candidate for 30 years or more. He must be a citizen of India, and each of its members get elected for the term of 6 years. It is two-third members retire every 2 years. Then executive, president, qualification and functions of power and powers. So here the president. It should be a citizen of India. Then it should be a 35 year of age or above. It should be. It should not be a salaried employee of government elected for 5 years, or he can contest the election after the completion of his term. Then functions. He appoints the leader of party who has gained a majority in a general election as a prime minister. Then he appoints other minister of cabinet. He administer the oath and distribute the portfolio to the minister. He appoints the head of defense force. He appoints the chairman of UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission, an ambassador to the various nations. Then he also appoint the C&AG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General. Then Judge of Supreme Court, High Court, Governor of State. Then he can grant a pardon or reduce the sentence to any convicted person or can postpone its implementation. Okay. So here are the functions and powers of the president and qualification. So now we are moving to the vice president. Same like a president. Also, period is of 5 years. Should be a citizen of India and carried out by members of both House of India. So, president submit his resignation to the vice president, and vice president is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Then prime minister. But first you read the qualification and functions of president, then we'll start the prime minister revision. Please students underline the important points because it is useful for you when will you read at the time of examination. So you have 2 minutes for reading. Start and complete the reading. Just qualification and functions of and powers of president and also vice president. Okay, done. So, Prime Minister. See, Prime Minister is the real head of central government. He can appointed by President. He is the head of party who has achieved a majority in the general election. Then the ministers of the cabinet are appointed as per the council of the Prime Minister. To distribute the portfolio, then Prime Minister should be member of any one house of the parliament. Prime Minister is the head of planning commission, which is known as a policy commission. There are three levels of minister under the Prime Minister: Cabinet Minister, State Minister, and Deputy Minister. There are three levels of minister under the Prime Minister: Cabinet Minister, State Minister, and Deputy Minister. If a Lok Sabha rejects the policy of a government on the particular issue, then it is not only the responsible minister for the subject, but the whole council of ministers must accept the responsibility and resign. And then the governor, then chief minister, and administrative system. See, you can read the administrative system, then chart of Indian constitution. It is very easy topic, so you can read by yourself. Now we cover the topic of the state executive, that is the governor. So governor is appointed by the president of India on the advice of the council of minister headed by the prime minister. President can appoint a person as the governor of more than one state, but it should be a citizen of India and the age is 35 years or more. Then the term of the governor is for the 5 years. He held office during the pleasures of president and can be removed from the office even before the expiry of his term, or he can also the transfer to any other state as a governor. He appoint the advocate, chairman, member of state public service, also appoint the chief minister who is clear majority, appoint the members of council of minister on the advice of chief minister. Governor is the constitutional and formal head of the state. So here we done today's lecture. So in today's homework, write a qualification and functions and power of president, vice president, and a short note on a prime minister. And also require qualification for the membership of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So here we done today's lecture. I hope you all enjoy the revision lecture. Still, I again tell you, if you want a detailed lecture, then you can go the description and click on the detailed explanation link. I provide a link in description. It is a perfect lecture. If you study a first time this lecture, this chapter, then I preferred you go to the detailed explanation because this is a short revision. So in revision lectures, not a perfect cover all the topics. So please read the detailed explanation. Lecture C. Okay. So here we done. And in the next lecture, we start the either a new chapter or a revision of chapter number 12 and 17. Let's see what will we do. If start the new lecture, then we'll start from the geography part. Okay. So now we're done. Goodbye everyone.